Dear Miss LaRue, Letters from Obedience School. It's written and illustrated by Mark Tague. Has anyone ever heard of him before?
No.
No? You've read some of his other books? Or you've read this book? Okay, for those of you who haven't read this book yet, looking at the cover, what do you think it's about?
It's about a dog who goes to obedience school to be obedient to his owner, and he's writing a letter to his owner.
All right, who else? What else do we think? What do you think?
Well, if you put it back, it looks like this is game too.
All right, and one more.
It says, Dear Mr. LaRue, I'm guessing that he's writing a letter and right then and there he's in obedience school.
All right, those are very good predictions of what's going to happen. Let's read on and see. All right. Okay. The Snort Register Gazette. Local dog enters obedience school. Citing a long list of behavioral problems, Snort City resident Gertrude R. LaRue yesterday enrolled her dog Ike into Igor Rottweiler Canine Academy, established in 1953. The academy has a history of dealing with such issues. I'm at wit's end, said Miss LaRue. I love Ike, but I'm afraid he's quite spoiled. He steals food right off the kitchen counter, chases the neighbor's cats, and last week, while I was crossing the street, he pulled me down and tore my best camel's hair coat. I just don't know what else to do. School officials were unavailable for comment. Does anyone have any pets at home? You? Have they ever reached on the counter and tried to grab food?
Yeah. She sits like how this on the TV.
Yeah. All right. Dear Miss LaRue, how could you do this to me? This is prison, not a school. You should see the other dogs. They are bad dogs, Miss LaRue. I don't fit in. Even the journey here was a horror. I am very unhappy and may need something to chew on when I get home. Please come right away. Sincerely, Ike. October 2nd. Dear Miss LaRue, where are you? I'm so upset about the chicken pie. You don't know I might have discussed it with me. You could have said, Ike, don't eat chicken pie. I'm saving it for dinner. Would that have been so difficult? I would have prevented a lot of hard feelings. Needless to say, I am being very horribly mistreated. You say I should be patient and accept that I'll be here through the whole term. Are you aware that a term lasts 2 months? Do you know how long that is in dog years? Sincerely, Ike. October 3rd. Dear Miss LaRue, I'd like to clear up some misconceptions about the Hibbins cat. First, they are hardly the little angels Miss Hibbins makes them out to be. Second, how should I know what they were doing out on the fire escape in the middle of January? They were being a bit melodramatic, don't you think? The way they cried and refused to come down, it's hard to believe that they were really sick of the 3 whole days. But you know cats, your dog Ike. Does anyone know what melodramatic means? It's a big word. You do? What does it mean?
Doesn't it mean like a drama thing?
Yeah, they're very dramatic. That's great.
I just want to say that letter was wrote today.
Yeah.
On my third.
Wow.
And he wrote it on my birthday.
Oh, a happy birthday. All right. October 4th. You should see what goes on around here. The way my warden, Miss Klondike, barks orders is shocking. The day after, I'm forced to perform the most meaningless task. Today it was sit and roll over all day long. I flatly refuse to roll over. It's ridiculous. I won't do it. Of course, I was severely punished. And another thing, who will help you cross the street while I'm away? You know you have a bad habit of not looking both ways. I think of all the times I've saved you. Well, there was that one time, anyway. I must say, you weren't very grateful, complaining on and on about the tiny rip in your ratty old coat. But at this point, you need me. Yours, Ike.
And that's what she did.
October 5th. Dear Miss LaRue, the guards are all caught up in this good dog, bad dog thing. I hear constantly, good dog, Ike. Don't be a bad dog. Don't be a bad dog, Ike. It's really so good to sit like a luminox all my typewriter. She claims it disturbs the other dogs. Does anyone care that the other dogs disturb me? Yours, Ike. Does anyone know what aluminum is? Or hear the word before? No? It's kind of somebody who's lazy. Have you ever heard the term couch potato?
Yeah.
Like they sit on couch all
Yeah.
Okay. October 6th. Dear Miss LaRue, were the neighbors really complaining about my howling? Is it hard to imagine? First, I didn't howl that much. You were away those nights, so you wouldn't know, but trust me, I was quite moderate. Second, let's recall that these are the same neighbors who are constantly waking me up in the middle of the afternoon with their loud vacuuming. I say we all have to learn to get along. My life here continues to be a nightmare. You wouldn't believe what goes on in the cafeteria. Sincerely, Ike. P.S. I don't want to alarm you, but the thought of escaping has crossed my mind. What do you think he's going to do? Escape. See? Dear Miss LaRue, I hate to tell you this, but I'm terribly ill. It started in my paw, causing me to limp all day. I started to feel queasy, so that I could barely eat dinner, except for the yummy gravy. Then I began to moan and howl. Finally, I had to be taken to the vet. Dr. Worfley claimed that he can't find anything wrong with me, but I am certainly having an awful disease. I must come home at once. Honestly, yours, Ike.
That was written on my birthday.
Ah, see that?
October 9th.
All right, October 8th. Dear Miss LaRue, thank you for the lovely get well card. Still, I'm a little surprised that you didn't come and get me. I know that Dr. Worfley says, but it really was wise to take risks with one health. I couldn't have relapse. You know, with the fall here, I think about all the fine times we had in the park. Remember how sometimes you would bring along a tennis ball? You would throw it and I would retrieve it every time. Except for that one time when it landed in something nasty. I brought it back to you, but then instead I took a stick. Ah, how would I miss those days? Yours truly, Ike. P.S. Imagine how awful it is for me to be stuck inside my tiny cell. P.S. I feel pretty sick. October 9th. Dear Miss LaRue, by the time you read this, I will be gone. I have decided to attempt a daring escape. I'm sorry it has come to this, since I am really a very good dog, but frankly, you left me to no choice. How sad it is to not be appreciated. From now on, I will wander from town to town without a home, or even any dog food, most likely. Such is the life of a desperate outlaw. I will try to write to you from time to time as I carry on with my life of hardships and danger. Your lonely fugitive, Ike. So we'll rewrite?
Yeah.
He say he was going to do?
Saved on my birthday.
Right. LaRue escapes doggy detention. Former Snort City resident Ike LaRue escaped last night from the dormitory at Igor Rottweiler Cane Academy. The dog is described as a toothy by local police. His current whereabouts are unknown. To be honest, I thought he was bluffing when he told me he was planning to escape, said a visibly upset Gertrude R. LaRue, the dog's owner. Ike tends to be a bit of a melodramatic, you know. Now I can only pray that he'll come back. Asked if she would return to Ike to Rottweiler Academy, LaRue said that she would have to wait and see. He's a good dog, basically, but he can be difficult. October 11th, somewhere in America. Dear Miss LaRue, I continue to suffer horribly as I roam this barren wasteland. Who knows where my wanderings will take me now? Hopefully someplace with yummy food. Remember the special treats you used to make for me? I miss them. I miss our nice, comfy apartment, but mostly I miss you, your sad dog, Ike. P.S. I even miss the Hibbins cat in a way. October 12th, still somewhere. Dear Miss LaRue, the world is a hard and cruel place for a stray dog. You would have scarcely believed the misery I've endured. So I have decided to return home. You may try and lock me up again, but that is a risk I must take. And frankly, even more myself, I worry about you. You may not know it, Miss LaRue, but you need a dog. Your misunderstood friend. Hero Dog saves owner. Ike LaRue, recently a student at Igor Brotweiler Kane Academy, returned to Snort City yesterday in a dramatic fashion. In fact, he arrived just in time to rescue his owner, Gertrude R. LaRue of 2nd Avenue, from an oncoming truck. Miss LaRue had made the trip downtown to purchase a new camel hair coat. Apparently, she neglected to look both ways before stepping onto traffic. The daring rescue was witnessed by several onlookers, including patrolman Newton Smitzer. He rolled right across 2 lanes of traffic to get to her, said Smitzer. It was really something. I haven't seen rolling like that since I left the police academy. Miss LaRue was unhurt in the incident, though her coat was badly torn. I don't care about that, she said. I'm just happy to have my Ike back home where he belongs. LaRue said she plans to throw a big party for the dog. All the neighbors will be there, and I'm going to serve Ike's favorite dishes. I'll bet he can't wait to taste the chicken pie. And that's it. Has anyone ever heard the story before? Raise my hand again. You have? For those of you who haven't, did you like it? Yeah?
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite books. I have a dog at home, so I think it's kind of fun to read about it. I have a Pomeranian poodle. She's a tiny dog. Oh, okay. So I guess sometimes we could relate to the actions that maybe a dog is howling at night, or maybe they're taking food off the counter, or maybe it's another animal that you may have, like a cat, or what else? Any other kind of animals?
Guinea pig.
A bird. All right, maybe if a bird is out of its cage.